Hey, this is Greg. Welcome back. I wanted to do a quick video for a recent update that Fold has made to their program, their incentive rewards. So on September 1st, this came out, and basically what they're saying is Visa's made a change to their program that affects Fold's program. So what happens is every time you make a purchase with your card, it goes through the Visa's network, and they give Fold a percentage of that transaction, and then Fold passes that on to us, which is great. So currently the way it works is we get 1% back on every transaction, regardless of what it is. And going forward, what they're going to do, scroll down to that section here, is give you only spins back on transactions where you use a PIN. That's right here. And spins are basically an additional bonus that they give you. It's sats, Bitcoin. It's a small amount. You may get 25, somewhere between 5, 10, 15, something like that, sats back per spin. Or if you get lucky, they've had this thing going where where a person could win 1,000,000 sats. So I think they increased it. It started out at 100. That was the goal, and then I think they increased it to a little over 100. But anyway, they claimed that over 108 people or something last time I counted had won 1,000,000 sats. Anyway, I wasn't one of them, by the way. So the second thing that really affects most of us. So if you're using PayPal to make your payments using your Fold card that's linked to PayPal, instead of getting 1% back plus spins, you're only getting 0.5% back. So this is a major blow for me, because basically you're cutting your rewards in half. And I was using this to pay most of my bills, not all of them. I would say maybe 60 to 70% of them. And I was stacking a lot, using just this option, and also the Amazon gift cards. We will come back to that. So they also have now spend only reward categories. So it says government services, educational fees, cable and satellite services will eventually only earn spins. So you won't get any percentage back. You'll only get spins, which I said is only a fractional. It's small. Those rewards are small, but they say that these categories make up less than 15% of cardholder spending. Now, everybody's different, right? So I don't know how what your bills are, how you use your card, or how you would use your card if you don't have one. Also, I'm a Spend Plus member, so I'm still under the trial. I don't pay the $10 a month that they're going to start charging soon. And I probably won't do that. I'll probably drop back to the regular spend, subscription. So, and I'll get more into that, I guess, towards the end. So that's the bad news, like I said, which is a big deal. So what they're doing is they're trying to make up for that. So they're adding what they call card boost, or extending their card boost. They had it before, but they're making it a little different, which is better. So for example, if you make a purchase at Starbucks, you automatically get 2% back today, and then that's in the category of restaurants and bars. So they're giving you an additional 1% back, which is a total of 3.5% back for a purchase at Starbucks, which is cool, right? I mean, if you shop at Starbucks, I don't. I primarily use my card for paying bills, gas, and Amazon, purchases. So mainly PayPal for me, and the Amazon gift cards, which Amazon gift cards are about 2.5%, and that's for all Spend members, not just Spend Plus. Okay, so going back up here, this just kind of explains it more. So they have other categories: restaurants and bars, digital games and media, travel, entertainment. Just goes into a little more about how the program works. So this is going to go live on September 12th. And today is, I believe today is, the 12th, September 12th. The recording date of this video. So I've got a decision to make. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna get rid of the fold card. I'll probably keep it. Like I said, I'll probably drop back to the spins subscription, because I don't think it's going to be worthwhile for me to pay them $10 a month, especially since I'm only getting a half back on all of my purchases across the board. Now, for those of you that your lifestyle might be a little different, they do have a bunch of they call them cards or gift cards or card boosts, where you can use those online. I don't know how you would use them in store unless you could scan a code, but anyway, you could definitely use them online. So I'll name a few that they've highlighted. So they have Sunoco Pay at the Pump, you get 2% back. Starbucks, 2.3% back, and these have dates. I won't go through the dates. I'm just kind of scanning across the top here. Chewy, 1.8%. Trader Joe's, 1.8. Steam, 1.5. Xbox, 1.5. Netflix, 2.3. Disney Plus, 15%. Whoa, that's big. Hulu, 2.3%. Petco, 2.2. ESPN Plus, 15%. Einstein Brothers Bagels, looks like 1.1%. So, they have a lot of gift cards. And like I said, if you shop at many of the places that they have, you're going to save money, probably more money than I do. But like I said, I don't shop those places, and I don't recommend that you change, what you do, right? You should only, buy the things that you would normally buy. If you normally go to Starbucks, then great. But I'm not going to start going to Starbucks to get a 2.5%, or even with their card boost at 3.5% discount. It's just not worth it. So, like I said, everybody's different. Anyway, like I said, I'm not sure, like at this point, I wouldn't recommend that someone gets a fold card. If you already have one, and you're a spin member, then, I would stay there. They have something else that I'll probably take advantage of if it comes back, because they, halted the purchase of Bitcoin through their app, which was lovely, 'cause you didn't pay any fees. And, those fees can add up. If you buy fees on exchange, especially get them, like if you're a Coinbase, member, and you're buying Bitcoin and you're withdrawing it, those fees, add up, quickly. So I don't use Coinbase. I was using Binance.us as my primary crypto exchange, but the SEC cracked down on many exchanges, and Binance.us was one of them. So they changed their plan. They redid their platform. Binance.us did, and they're no longer a gateway. So you can't deposit US dollars and buy crypto anymore. You can still trade crypto, so you can send crypto there and and trade, swap coins, things like that. But you can't stake, and you can't like I said, it's not an on-ramp for fiat anymore. So which is, it's just a shame. I really liked Binance.us. They were cheap. They were, the site was fast. It was, it was secure. And like I said, it did everything I needed to do. So I switched to Kraken, and Kraken is okay. They're not as good as Binance.us. Their fees are a little higher, not much higher, I don't think, but they charge you more fees across the board. They're smaller fees, but they charge you more fees across the board. And I don't think they have the same number of withdrawal options as Binance.us. I didn't intend for this to turn into an exchange review. But anyway, I'll leave it there. So I've been buying my crypto, my Bitcoin mainly on Kraken. and not withdraw there. But you pay a fee. It might be $6. So what I would do is normally just wait until I have a couple $100, and then I would withdraw, and that made the $6 fee more reasonable. Otherwise, you're just paying the fees, and I don't recommend you keep more than a couple hundred, maybe a few $100s on an exchange. It's just too much risk, especially with the regulatory crackdown, Gary and crew. So anyway, what I'll probably end up doing is, like I said, dropping back to the spin level of their program or subscription, and use the gift cards. Amazon gift cards give me 2.5%, which is good. And if I didn't have the full card already, I would probably just find a credit card that pays you as much back as you can possibly get across all across the board, pretty much. So if you could find one that gives you 1.5–2% on every purchase, that would be ideal. That would be the way I would go. I just don't like credit cards. I think it's just a bad program. It's a trap. They want to get you in and charge you this high interest fees, and try high interest and late fees if you don't pay on time. And so that's another thing. If you do get a credit card, you go that route, please pay the credit card off before the end of your billing cycle, which runs every 30 days. So don't carry a balance. That's where they win. So in some of these programs, you can get the card, you get an introductory $200 or something like that. They'll give you for a certain amount of purchases, within a certain period of time, like the first 6 months or something like that. Most of them do not charge an annual fee. Don't get one that does. And some of them even charge 0 interest, the first year. But of course, those things the terms are subject to change at any point, really, but probably after the first year. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up and say, like I said, overall, I still like the Fold. I like what they're trying to do. I just wouldn't really recommend this as the first option. Like I said, my first option would be probably to get a rewards credit card. But next to that, you don't have too many choices that I know of. You have Fold, you have Lolly. Lolly is great if you shop at certain stores. I use it mainly for Walmart because they give you 2% online or in store across the board for purchases in Walmart. And online, it's like 1.5% maybe, and it depends on the category for online purchases. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am now. Lolly and Fold, and yeah, and anyway, okay, that's enough. I rambled long enough. If you like this video, hit the button, subscribe. Till next time.